So in the last video, I created the user DevOps and made it sudo user so that it can perform root tasks. And also I set no password D so that it will not prompt for password. So instead it will use the private public key uh, for SSH. So currently I'm on control node. If you see here, the IP is 192.1.100. So I'm going to I have logged in as DevOps user and I'm at the home path of this DevOps user. So now I'm going to generate the key pair. I will not put in password here, default. So if you see here, now we have ID RSA, private and public key. Now I will copy the public key to the remote host. So for that, what I have to do is SSH copy ID and the remote username. So I will do the same for all the hosts. So for now it will ask the password on the remote host, so I'm going to put the password. So it's done. Now do the same for another host, do same for third node. Okay, so I have done on all the 4 managed node. So if I SSH from control node to manage node, it will not prompt for password now. So we can verify that. So if you see here, we are and host name. So if you see here, I'm able to SSH and it is not asking for a password. Instead we are able to SSH with the private key of the 101. Now I will whatever ansible tasks I will perform at inside the folder playbook. So I'm going to create one directory, playbook. Now I have already mentioned that in the inventory file there is the information of the managed host. So I'm going to create a inventory file, and inventory file should be in the ini format. Ini format is basically a text file, but it has some configurations. So inside the dev group, I'm going to assign node 1, that is inside test group I'm going to assign node 2. So inside production group I'm going to assign. So in your environment you can create a group and assign these nodes, manage nodes as per your requirement. But in my case, for this video, I have just configured like this. So dev has one host, test has one host, prod has one host. So we can also call one group inside another. So for that, so suppose this is web server, so we can children here, and name of the group is web server. It has children and the children is prod. So basically this means that this web server has 103 and 10 host. Now ansible. So if you see here, config file, so by default if I don't manually specify the config file, it will take the config file from this location. So if you go to this location, etc ansible.cfg, so yeah, so it will take the configuration file from here. For now all the things are commented, but if I specify some parameters here, it will take the config file from here, ansible.cfg. But I don't want that it will take configuration from this default location. I will create it on the current location. So name should be same, cfg, and then enter default. And so what I have to specify in the ansible.cfg file is the inventory path. So in my case, inventory path is home DevOps playbook inventories. Right now if I SSH from this control node to manage node, which user I will be using? So the user will be DevOps. So now So since in some case we may need to run the command on the manage node as a sudo user, so we have to escalate the privilege in that case. So we have to insert this parameter privilege escalation, and become is equal to true. So there are other parameters as well, like collections path, uh, roles path, and other information, but for now I will make this file simple, and we will add extra parameter as per requirement in the later videos, right? So now if I check ansible version, if you see here, the config file is taking configuration from this location where I'm currently present. So if you see here, I'm at home DevOps playbook. So home DevOps playbook inside ansible.conf file. Now we also need to check the content of the inventory file, if that is correct or not. So it is, if that is in proper format or not. So for that the command is ansible inventory and then list. So if you see here, so all has all the children here, and so inside dev we have 101, that is node 1, production we have 103, 104, test we have 102, and web server has children, that is prod, and prod has two member 103 and 104. Also we can, if we need to only check the host inside the dev group, so for that ansible -i and the inventory file name, so dev and then host. So if you see here, we can only see the no host inside the this dev group. Suppose I need to check inside prod group, so we can check this 103 and 104. If we need to see all the node, so we can do this and we will get all the nodes. So now to check the reachability of the managed node from this control node, there is one more way. So the way is I inventory all and then m. This m is the module, and then module name is ping. So there are a large number of module. So what this ping module do is, it will ping all the managed host from this control node and check if it is reachable or not. If it is reachable, then we will get the success message. Okay, so if you see here, we are able to reach to 101 success, 102 success, 103 success, 104 success.